Hey, for those that have been following along, it's time to make part 2 of the eggnog.
It's eggnog time.
Hey folks, welcome back to the Rockin' Sea Homestead. My name is Lance and this is my son Christian. And like we said in the little opening, it's time to make the eggnog. This is part 2 of a 2-part series. So as you can see, we have been aging eggs and pretty much sugar for the last month. It's actually just been a little bit over a month. And you can tell it looks a little gross, but don't fear. All you have to do is shake that up and it gets all redistributed. And now we're gonna make the eggnog. Now we have several different varieties of different sizes. We're only gonna make up the little half pint. It's the middle of the week. We don't wanna drink too much of it. This is pretty heavily laden with alcohol, so we don't need that much during the middle of the week, trust me. So let's get into it. All right, so we have our egg mixture, and this is a half a cup. So we have not touched this in a month. So it's been in our cabinet in a cool, dry spot. So we'll see if there's any kind of smell. No, what do you think?
That's gonna be good.
Yeah, just good egg and alcohol smell. No off smells or anything like that. So it seems like it's preserved it. We'll put that in there. And that's about a cup is what's in a half a pint. So if we're doing that, we need a cup and a half of whole milk.
Okay. Cup and a half.
All right. So a cup and a half of whole milk. And then we need 2 tablespoons of heavy cream. Now, one of the things that we noticed last year on this mixture. No, you can put in. One of the things we noticed last year on this was it was very thin compared to what eggnog you get at the store is. So if the alcohol is a little too much, of course you can always add more milk and more heavy cream. I would think if you want a little thicker eggnog, just throw in some more heavy cream and that will kind of thicken it up like you'd get at the store. We didn't mind it thin. It was a good texture for people because I think that's what some people have an issue with eggnog. But anyways, the last thing we got to do is just put a dash of nutmeg. That was kind of a dash and a half, but I like nutmeg.
So do I.
And then from this point, we're just going to blend it. Got the blender on. I'm just going to pulse it a few times. And then turn it on low. And then I'm going to kind of work my way up. Now, as you're making this, one of the things that you'll notice is it gets very frothy. Of course, there are eggs in there and there's milk and all that. So you can see that makes a lot better color when it comes to what an eggnog should look like. So we're going to get out a couple glasses and try some for you. All right, so we got our glasses out. I'm going to pour it and then Christian's going to come and make them fancy looking. So I tell you, we did a little taste test just to make sure, and these actually taste really good. As you can see, it's a little foamy, but the more that settles out, the less foam you have. And probably the more that you whip it, probably the more frothy the whole thing would be. All right. So I'm gonna let Christian come in here and fix them up. And then we're gonna gather up Mom and go have a little drink. All right, so Hopefully you guys enjoyed this second part of the eggnog, and hopefully you're making it along with us. Let us know down in the comments down below if you've made it, you like it, and if you're gonna make it again, because this is our second year in a row and it is fantastic. Marcy's not a huge eggnog fan and she even likes it. My son and I, we're huge eggnog fans. We love it. But from our homestead to yours, Merry Christmas, have a happy holidays, and we'll catch you on the next one.
Oh, it's good.
Good stuff.
Yummy.